Joanne from Kwela Leadership. Wanted to follow up with the video on how to give effective feedback. And I know this is one of those areas, it's like I've seen people doing things in my workplace, maybe it's my boss, and I would really love for them to stop. So you're weighing out, how do I tell them? And this is really an important area to do with a lot of skill and grace, because really in a feedback conversation, the receiver and the giver, the power is really in the receiver's hands to do something, not in the giver's. And whether or not there's a management relationship there or not, I mean, yes, of course, there's consequences at the end of the day if someone's not doing what they need to be doing. But really the action and the power for taking action against feedback is in that receiver's hands. Consideration that we need to take to coming to an example of feedback is we have to prepare, we have to do skillful delivery, and we need to show some balance. We can't just be critical. We also have to show appreciation, and we definitely have to have positive intent. And what I mean by positive intent is my feedback is not self-serving. It's not about, hey, stop doing this because it's hurting me, or stop doing this because I don't like it. It's positive intent in the sense that if this person got better at this, it would help them. It would help them be more effective. It would help people around them work better with them. It would help serve them for the next job they're trying to get. Simple acronym, and it's like a conversational recipe that's coming up on the screen now for you to use, is DEAR. And this is just to have in your mind as you prepare and then deliver. The D is described specifically. What have I seen or heard? And that'll keep me away from judgments, right? Because it's like saying you don't care about work. That's a judgment. What I want to hone in on is, what did I observe or see or hear that suggests I don't care? So it's more like the number of errors or a lack of preparation for a meeting. That's observable and less argumentative, right? So share it, describe specifically, what did I see or hear? Then the E is the impact, explain the impact. Look, this is what concerns me about that. Maybe it's hurting your credibility with those who are in the meeting. Maybe we can't get to the topic at hand and get to the real decisions because there was a lack of preparation. So the D is described specifically here. The E is explain the impact. The A is, I'm curious, how did you see it from your point of view? That's their chance to then respond. That's the A. Now, you could soften the whole DEAR thing by putting A before the E. So, hey, you describe what you specifically see or hear, and then I'm curious, how was it for you, or how did you see it? So the A goes first, and then you say, well, look, here's what worries me about it. Then you give the E. It's just a way of nuancing the DEAR acronym and can soften it slightly. And then the R, finally at the end, is you give them a suggestion. Hey, look, would you be open to trying it like this the next time? And guess what? You give that as a suggestion, as a give, and depending on if there's a manager-employee relationship or not, don't be so attached to whether or not they do it or not. Give them an option to think about it, or generate some other options that they do think might work. But do come with a specific idea in mind, because that's often helpful for those who are receiving a bit of feedback, is if I get to the action and I know what I can do differently, that helps me. That helps me just keep moving. Okay, hope that's been helpful. I know it's a bit of a minefield, but keep on creating those environments where people can thrive, and there's a place for being trusted advisors with each other. All right, take care.